Hey man, it's your boy Young Hove, hitting you with another video, Word on the Street. And today's segment, well, let me just say about, round of applause for me for hitting out of the park with another $1,000 for with my options trading. Um, yeah, man, I just been winning like really small, taking my time, stacking my bread. What I mean that is hard is very hard. So kudos to everybody that's out there. They working, they trying to get it out of the mud, they trying to feed their family. I completely understand. Even though I'm separated from mine, me and my girl, we didn't work out. And blessings to her. You know. Let me just say the thing, cause um I was talking to an old girl. Um, it's a girl that I was interested in, and we met each other through social media, and before I came to her, it was a lot of trial and error. I talked to many other women even before her, and yeah, a lot of women they just like with the typical shit. And I know it may be just my opinion, and it may be my view of things on how I think that couples are supposed to, be with each other, especially when you taking in like maybe a family and you're not married, and there's just inclusion. But I'm not even going to get into that because that was another argument. But women just seem to be a little bit more selfish, and not just people in general. They're more selfish than I failed to realize. I think that or should be on the same playing field, and they should have a lot of you know um, empathy and sympathy for somebody else, but they really don't. They don't like putting themselves in each other's shoes, and I question people's their moral behavior on the way maybe they grew up. They grew up in a rough household. Depending on who had more influence in their life is basically going to determine who that person necessarily is. Only because that when you're young, you have a group of people around you, whether your friends or your family, right? So whoever you like being around the most, you're gonna borrow attributes and personalities from them, and then you're gonna apply it to your own to make up your own personality, right? You may remix it or whatever, but it still be necessarily the same thing. That's why there's a lot of people who they like hanging around with because their mindsets is equally alike. At least they like to think so. So, uh, anybody thinking that they any different than the next person is really fooling themselves. And with that being said, I had to remove myself from a lot of people. And again, going back to the person that made me realize, she was like, hey, you should do content creation. It's a lot of people that who can relate to your pain, who probably going through the same thing that you go through on a consistent basis, and they just need somebody to confide in, and kind of show them a way, or just journey with them, talk to them, and whatnot. So that's basically what I probably need to do. I'm going to put my life out there a little bit. At first, I wasn't a little bit comfortable with doing it because I'm a little private and I'm a little shy too. I really don't have no reason why I should be, but I am. Because a lot of people is judgmental, and I hate being judged. I hate being looked at. Somebody will say, "Oh, your lips is too big," or they be just nitpicking. But I don't even give a fuck about none of that stuff because I had up and decided and this was my mindset before, but I was kind of like lost in it due to a lot of depression. When I had lost it, me and my girl broke up. I don't like the fact that she did what she did, and kind of like separated us. And I'm not completely I'm not going to disinvolve myself from it because there's a lot of things that I should have did or should have said or how I should have said it. Um, but at the end of the day, regardless of my delivery, I believe I was at least 95 to 85% right. I don't know, math is a little low, but you can, what I'm trying to just say is that I was just mostly right about a lot of things, and you know, she didn't give it a try. She only gave it 3 months, and she was gone. She had to lie her way out of it. She was a little conniving about it, but anyway, my the girl that I was interested in kind of like brought me out of it in a way after having a conversation, and she was like, "Man, I can tell that you've been through a lot, and you need to just focus on yourself, etc." And she's just like completely right, but just talking to her was just so soothing. She was so understanding, and you know, it's just been hard, man. Living in my car, it's kind of embarrassing to say, even as a man, that that I'm to this point because I'm ashamed only because of the fact that I built something. I built something for myself, for my family, and it wasn't just mainly about me. And I had a lifestyle where I was just taking care of myself, always looking fresh, nice clothes, dope ass car, getting to the money, and all it takes is just one person just to interrupt that. And they don't even have to be necessarily your girlfriend. It could just be people that you can just hang around with that can just bring you down. So, what I'm trying to say is that, um, regardless of your struggles, man, you gotta get through it. I know sometimes, like, it can be hard. You can sometimes just be just looking around, just thinking like you in prison or something. Like you can, like, well, for me, like I was always just, I was just looking at the floor, constantly just looking at the floor for hours. It'd be like this, and then I look at the time and it's like 4 o'clock in the evening, and I ain't do shit all day, and I had woke up at 9 o'clock, and that was after trading. No, that was before and then after trading. Sometimes I'd be in the trade and I couldn't focus on the trade because I was just so lost. I was just out there, and I mean ever in my entire life felt so depressed, so down, so beaten up because this world, man, it don't give a about you at all. When you sit up there and and I noticed it, when you're out there, hair looking bummy, smelling bad, hygiene ain't up to par, wearing dirty clothes, whatever, people, they look at that and they hate it. They hate it so bad. I used to be inside Publix at one time, and I'll be working, and they'll stand like 5 feet away from me. I'll be looking back like, why is that person acting like that? Like, I'm harmless. So, I ain't gonna beat you up. I'm not trying to hold you at gunpoint. I'm just trying to do a job, and they just give off these weird ass fucking vibes, these weird ass attitudes. They don't say excuse me. They just mean as hell. If you wanted to talk to somebody or ask somebody a question, they'll act like you ain't even standing there. Act like you ain't even standing there. I won't even be asking you for money. I just be wanting to have a conversation for the simple fact that, I am, by myself. I ain't got nobody to talk to. The family out here, I don't really with like that because of the simple fact that, they've been doing, they little dirt and they want to be on their own. They're not trying to talk because every time they think that when I'm calling them that I'm trying to ask for something. But even if I was, I'm on dialysis, bro. Like, and I needed help out here. But, I had to come to realize, like, yo, ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Not your family, not a friend, not an ex, nothing. They always going to want something from you. But when you ask for something, it's like, yo, you ain't never exist. You ain't never was there for them. Whether it was just, mental health, you being in there mentally for them, and you trying to get them to not do something that they was going to later on in life regret. But it is whatever, man. I find out that I'm in this alone and I'm gonna just do it on my own, and y'all gonna be watching in the back. And I use my frustration on trying to prove everybody wrong. Like, look, I ain't this dude that just want hand me outs or just trying to lean on your shoulder. I was never that type of person. I've always been a hustler. Always. I've always loved money. I've always loved hard work, and it ain't no shame in my game. When it came to wintertime, when I was in New Jersey, it snowed. I was shoveling snow. Summer came around. I was mowing grass. I was mowing my uncle's grass, my grass at my home, and other people around my neighborhood's grass for money. I would go to the barber shop, and I lived in Plainfield, New Jersey at that time growing up. I used to go to Cornell's barber shop, around Hillcrest Avenue and whatnot, and I used to sweep hair for $20 a week. I always got through getting my own money because I hate begging. I hate asking people for stuff. I just hate it. I hate that stuff. So it takes a lot for me to sit up there and ask you. I'll be sitting there beating around the bush like, yeah, man, what I was going to ask you was, can I borrow $5? I'll pay you back tomorrow or Friday or whenever I got paid. And even if I said that, and I've always paid them back, regardless of the fact, I don't owe nobody shit. And I mean absolutely nobody anything. Not a mother, a brother, a sister, nothing. Anybody up there telling you that I did, if they sat up there and loaned me money, they ain't never said that I had to pay them back or anything like that. It never came out your mouth. I never agreed to it. So therefore, I don't owe you shit. Now, sometimes down the line, maybe when I'm rich and stuff like that, I was like, yo, yeah, thank you for doing that for me. And I pay you back all off to the simple fact that you did look out for me. And, I hit you up. I hit you with something. But other than that, man, if we ain't agree upon the saying that, hey man, like I owe you anything, bullshit. I don't owe you a damn thing, and I'm gonna tell you that to your face. But anyway, man, like I've just been showing my drip. I've been, right now, my hand's a little shaky. Ugh, man. I'm in this hotel here in Tampa, and I just treated myself out, and I think it was well deserved. I was like, man, this let me rock today. I ate good, I ate at Joe's. No cap. I ate at Joe's, and it was good. Had chicken Alfredo, and oh well, I just felt like stunting. I just felt like celebrating. Felt like maybe I should, maybe I deserve a king size bed, with my hat and maybe some chips and a soda to be like, man, I'm good. Like, I'm not even gonna stress. I know even sometimes if God don't hear me, I gotta put in the work. Because my grandmother always said, God only helps those who help themselves. So I'm gonna help myself. As much as I could. And I know it's some people don't like me winning. They be like, nah, deep down they be like, oh, I hope he failed. And if you're not saying that, kudos to you, man. Blessings to you. No ill will. No ill will to even the haters. It's good. The haters is gonna come along. It's gonna come along with it. And I ain't really stressing like that. So I just want. It's kind of dark here. I'm trying to get my Rice Krispie treat. I just want the best. I was the best for everybody. There's no ill will. There's nobody, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna continue to win. We're gonna still keep running it up. Oh yeah, shout out to Anton Daniels. Oh, just escaped me. I thought someone walked up in here. Shout out to Anton Daniels. I became a bag chaser, and I was watching his live stream on the Millionaire Morning no, the after hours of the Millionaire Morning Show with Anton Daniels. But I was in the chat. He was talking about Dame Dash. It was a good segment. Everything he talked about, the boy has been on point. If you don't know him, man, go to the Millionaire Morning Show with Anton Daniels and rock with him. The things that he talk about, man, he's like the female version of Candace Owens in my book. Like, he's really that good. He hasn't missed a beat. He's always been on point in any topic he talked about. Shout out to you, Anton. I'm gonna try to go in the Patreon and discuss some things on how to keep getting this bread and keep leveling up. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm focused on. Focused on me. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue to win, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Unless this world explodes itself, if someone send over, God forbid, a nuclear blast happening, and we in a great Holocaust and all this crazy shit, like volcano clouds, and like it is pouring ashes, and there ain't no more food, and everybody basically living in the end times, where though that. I don't know. We got those people over here in Haiti, and Barbecue himself is trying to rule the United States. Man, it's going to be rough, but let's just focus on this bag. And let's get to it. It's your boy Ant. It's your boy Young Hov. I'm out. Good night.